Hey everyone! Welcome back to Yuna Garden, where we turn small spaces into green sanctuaries. Today, I'm so excited to share a full spring garden makeover using only Dollar Tree planters and repurposed decor. If you've been wanting to refresh your outdoor space without breaking the bank, you're going to love this transformation. From creative DIY upgrades to charming thrifted pieces, I'll walk you through step by step how I turned a plain corner into a blooming little paradise. Whether you've got a balcony, patio, or backyard nook, there's inspiration here for every gardener. Let's jump in and get our hands a little dirty. When it comes to creating a beautiful spring garden, you don't need to spend a fortune. With just a handful of Dollar Tree planters and some creativity, even the most basic containers can become eye-catching pieces. These budget-friendly pots are perfect for experimenting with different layouts, mixing vibrant blooms with lush greens to achieve a full and layered look. To make a bigger impact, I grouped similar planters in clusters and played with height using plant stands and crates. This helped break up visual monotony and made the space feel intentionally designed. With some planning and thoughtful arrangement, simple plastic pots can blend seamlessly into a charming garden setting that feels both cozy and abundant. Repurposing everyday items into garden decor is one of my favorite ways to add character without buying anything new. Old teacups, chipped bowls, and wooden crates take on new life as unique planters, offering a rustic and personal touch to the space. It's not just about saving money, it's about telling a story through the pieces you use. To integrate these elements, I combined them with matching florals and nestled them in cozy corners of the garden. This added layers of interest and helped balance the look of the newer Dollar Tree planters. Together, The mix of new and old created a timeless charm that felt warm and lived in, leading perfectly into the next part of our garden transformation. Even the smallest spaces can bloom beautifully with the right layout. For this tiny garden corner, I focused on using every available inch. Balcony railings, wall hooks, and window ledges became perfect homes for mini planters and trailing flowers. The key is selecting compact varieties that offer bold color without taking up too much room. I made sure each area felt connected by repeating colors and plant types throughout. A few dollar tree hanging baskets filled with pansies and petunias brought the eye upward, while low-growing marigolds and herbs grounded the design. This cohesive, colorful approach made the space feel larger and more intentional, and it set the stage for a chic DIY upgrade. With a little creativity, Dollar Tree pots can rival high-end planters. I used paint, rope, and adhesive stencils to give each one a custom, designer-inspired makeover. Neutral tones, earthy textures, and simple patterns added sophistication without overcomplicating the design. It's amazing what a bit of DIY effort can do for basic containers. Once styled, these upgraded pots became the foundation for focal areas in the garden. I used them to anchor visual groupings and place them near seating areas and pathways for maximum visibility. Their clean look helped balance the more rustic, repurposed elements and added a refined touch to the evolving garden space. Transforming a neglected garden corner is one of the most satisfying parts of any makeover. This once empty spot was filled with weeds and forgotten pots, but with some cleanup and thoughtful planting, it became a blooming oasis. I started by clearing the space and laying down fresh mulch to define the area. Then, I introduced a mix of repurposed planters, bright flowers, and trailing vines to soften the edges. By layering heights and textures, the corner gained depth and dimension. It no longer felt like an afterthought, it became a cozy retreat. That transformation set the mood for the next design idea, where old and new styles collide. Blending vintage elements with a modern aesthetic can bring a lot of personality to a garden. I incorporated antique containers like metal tins and weathered glass jars, pairing them with sleek, minimalistic planters for contrast. This fusion of styles made the garden feel curated, not cluttered. By grouping similar color tones and letting the flowers bring in the color, the space remained visually balanced. These subtle nods to the past gave the garden charm, while the clean lines of newer items kept it fresh. With the vibe now set, I moved on to crafting a little nook designed for peaceful plant appreciation. Every garden needs a place to pause and enjoy the view. I created a small sitting nook using a thrifted bistro table and chair tucked into a leafy corner surrounded by blooms. This inviting space quickly became the heart of the garden, perfect for morning coffee or journaling in the sun. To frame the nook, I surrounded it with layered planters, tall ones in the back, short ones in the front, so it felt like stepping into a green cocoon. A few twinkle lights added evening charm, making it a magical escape any time of day. And to tie everything together, I leaned into a soft, pastel theme in the next section. spring and pastels go hand in hand, so I chose a palette of blush pinks, mint greens, and buttery yellows for this part of the garden. Painting a few Dollar Tree pots in soft pastel tones gave them an instantly fresh look. Then, I matched the plants, think tulips, snapdragons, and daisies, for a coordinated bloom. The subtle color scheme made everything feel calm and harmonious. These pastel planters were placed near the sitting nook to enhance the peaceful vibe. With everything grounded in softness and serenity, it was time to look upward, literally, and make the most of vertical space. Vertical gardening is a lifesaver for small spaces. I used a mix of Dollar Tree baskets, over-the-door racks, and wire shelves to build up instead of out. This added tons of planting space without overwhelming the ground area and gave the garden a vibrant, wall-like dimension. Each level had its own plant theme, herbs on one, flowers on another, and trailing vines cascading down the sides. It added both function and style, creating a living wall that tied the whole garden together. And just when I thought the space couldn't be more complete, I found a way to give new life to some forgotten items. Repurposing old, broken, or discarded items is not only budget-friendly, but it also adds soul to your garden. I turned an old boot into a planter, painted a cracked watering can, and used a broken chair as a plant stand. Each piece carried history and gave the garden a unique personality. Placed among the flowers and foliage, these unexpected accents sparked curiosity and joy. They serve as conversation pieces and reminded me that beauty can be found in imperfection. This final touch completed the garden makeover. What started as a simple spring refresh turned into a heartfelt expression of creativity and growth. And there you have it, our small spring garden makeover, full of charm, color, and creativity, all done on a budget. We've transformed Dollar Tree planters, brought new life to old decor, and created a space that truly feels like a peaceful retreat. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it to show your support. Subscribe to Yuna Garden for more garden makeovers and DIY ideas, and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you're planting this spring, or which part of the makeover inspired you the most. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.